What's going on, guys? So in front of you, you were looking at the all-new 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD LTZ with the 6.6-liter Duramax diesel engine and a 10-speed Allison transmission. This is a four-wheel drive truck, and it's kind of their upper trim truck before you get to the high country. So you can get these trucks really well equipped with just about every feature you can get in a high country, minus some of the trims and a few little things here and there. But for the most part, if you're looking for a high-end luxury truck, this would kind of be the truck you would look at. So this truck produces 975 pound-feet of torque and 470 horsepower. It's a beast. It's a really smooth driving truck. I've had the opportunity to drive it for a while now, and I can definitely tell you that my driving impressions of this truck are pretty dang high. So really like it. We're going to talk about this truck in depth. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to start from the front of the truck, work our way around, then we'll work our way into the interior. So from the front, you can see it's definitely a refreshed front end versus the outgoing model. They've done a good job. It's got really nice LED accent lights going around right here. Nice dual projector lights right here. The grille looks a little bit more, I think, bold, and it all looks more chiseled or plugged in together. I really like the look here. You have the ram air, which is a functional ram air above it in the hood. Chrome bumpers along with parking sensors. You also have all your safety stuff, so we'll talk about that more, but you can see you have your front camera right there, as well as all the safety features that tie into that camera and the camera up there. Nice chrome bumper, and this is part of that LTZ package. You have your heater block connection right there, so if you're in a really cold climate, you can plug that in. Very cool. Coming around this way, this has 20-inch aluminum wheels, beautiful looking wheels. I mean, if you look at the overall package, everything looks cohesive. They've done a great job of putting a very stylish looking, but at the same time rugged, heavy-duty looking wheel on this truck. Of course, 8 lugs, front independent suspension, as well as a rear solid axle leaf sprung suspension. Again, your Duramax Allison badging. It's been around for a while. And then your 2500 HD badging right there. Really nice mirrors. I'm actually a big fan of these mirrors. You can see the conical mirror here on the bottom, kind of a blind spot towing mirror, and then you can see your main mirror up top. Plus you have some little spotlights right here as well to kind of illuminate the side. You have your side camera, because this does have the 360-degree camera view on it. These mirrors do incorporate the blind spot detection system in them as well. Very nice. And they do power extend and power fold. So you can power extend them out as well as power fold them in. You have a button here, which works with the key fob, so you can lock and unlock the door. I do wish that they'd put the button back here as well, because sometimes you walk up to the back door and you want to open it, and you don't want to have to deal with the remote or pressing the front button first. Now, what I do like about GM is that they put a button here, period. With Ford and Ram, you have to touch the handle, and then you touch a little touch-sensitive pad, and sometimes you can accidentally trigger the lock to constantly cycle whenever you're spraying the truck down with water, or if you just unintentionally bump up against the truck. And with this one, you just don't have to worry about that, because it's a physical button, which I actually prefer over what Ford and Ram do. You have the power deploying running boards on this truck. You can also get it with standard running boards, but part of this LTZ luxury package that they have on this truck gets you that. Of course, you have your bedside steps. You have the one right here, pretty much inspired Ford to put them on their truck. A little bit of a difference. This is a one-piece mold. Ford actually has a little gap between the step and the body of it, so you can spray it out a little bit better. But again, you know, they kind of took the idea from GM. GM started this, and they've been doing this for a while, as well as the back bumper steps. And you can see how they enlarged it slightly, so you can fit a larger boot in there as well. Taking a look at the back of the truck, you have your parking sensors back here, 2.5-inch receiver right there. We'll talk about towing numbers a little bit later. Plus you have your really cool multi-flex tailgate. I've actually grown to kind of love these tailgates. And then you press the other button to drop the top section. And then that folds down like that. You can use it for all sorts of different functions. It's designed for a load stop, so if I put it up in this position, it's kind of a load stop to prevent stuff from sliding if you have it in there. If I put it up with this piece up and that sticking up, it's also kind of a load stop. You can use it as a step, of course. You can use it as a normal tailgate, and you can even use it as a workbench. So if I collapse that in and I put this up, you got a place to put your laptop and to do things. If this was completely flat, it would probably make a little bit more sense. But I see, you know, kind of marketing this with every conceivable use you could use it for. And it does have, of course, reverse camera, and the camera system ties into 360-degree camera system as well, which they've done a phenomenal job of really giving you a great camera system on this truck. Huge tailpipe, indicative of the Duramax on these trucks. Coming around this way, you have 4 leaf springs with 1 major overload at the bottom. If this were a 1-ton, I believe you'd have 2 smaller leaves up top. You can see this does have a NOx-coated frame or an E-coated frame. They've been doing that for just about ever. This has the lined fender wells, kind of a felt material. You have your other step over here. The step comes in really handy when you want to step up on your bed and look inside of it. And while we're up here, let's talk about the bed a little bit. You have a 110 outlet over here. On that side, you have your 7-way and a 4-way connector for trailer towing or gooseneck towing. This truck does have the 5th wheel gooseneck prep package already. So these are for your 5th wheel hitch, and then that is for your gooseneck hitch. You can see somebody's been throwing some lumber in the back of this truck. It is already bed lined, and you can see how they actually push the walls in, or I guess out a little bit more, so you have a little bit more bed space than you would traditionally have in most pickup trucks. This does have a power sliding back glass window there as well. And coming down this side, everything's pretty much the same as the other side. Really cool, beautiful truck. I absolutely love the refresh. I think it definitely gives it a bit more of a, I'm going to say not bold, because it looks just as bold as it did before, but I think it gives it more of a modern, kind of an edgier feel, especially the way they did these projector headlights in that LED strip. And that's an animated LED strip as well. So if I take my keys, I think I can show it to you from the key fob. Unlock the truck. There you go. Kind of a cool little animation it does. And that also happens whenever you're turning as well. So they kind of animate for the turn signal in the front and the rear of the truck. Let's go ahead and remote start the truck. Get the air conditioning going. Believe it or not, it is probably about 100 and, I don't know, it's 100 degrees plus easily outside right now. Now, before hopping in, let's look at the actual towing information sticker that they have down here. Okay, so they give you 2 stickers here. They give you a trailering sticker up top, and then they give you your main sticker down here. Shows that this truck has an 11,350 pound GVWR, so it has a slightly heavier package with it. And then the cargo capacity on this specific truck is actually up here, and it's 3,054 pounds. So it's got a pretty high cargo capacity. If this had the traditional 10,000 pound GVWR, think about it, that cargo capacity would be lower by 1,350 pounds. So it would take a big bite out of that cargo capacity. All right, so let's take a look at the sticker right here. So this truck has a gross vehicle weight rating, again, 11,350 pounds. Has a gross combined weight rating, which is the truck, the trailer, fully loaded, 27,500 pounds. The rear gross axle weight rating is 6,600 pounds. The curb weight, or the dry weight of the truck, completely empty, 8,296 pounds. And the maximum payload capacity of this truck is 3,054 pounds. The conventional towing, 18,500 pounds. This thing can haul a lot of weight, which means you could tow a living vehicle with this, one of the lighter living vehicles, which is not a bad thing. Maximum tongue weight off the back, 1,850 pounds. Notice that 1,850 pound maximum tongue weight is not the same as the maximum payload capacity, because GM knows you don't just have a trailer without people and occupants and stuff inside of the truck. So they give you a realistic maximum tongue weight rate, 1,850 pounds, which is 10% of your conventional. So if you're going to be hauling something really heavy, you got to be sure that only 10% of it's transferring over to this truck. Otherwise, you're going to max out the tongue weight. So 1,850 pounds. Gooseneck towing, 19,100 pounds. Maximum tongue weight for a gooseneck is 2,865 pounds. So This would equate to your fifth wheel towing right here. 19,100 pounds, maximum tongue weight 2,865 pounds, which means my recommendations for typically towing fifth wheels with 1 tons kind of holds true, because once you load a fifth wheel completely up, everything inside of it, not a lot of fifth wheels. There are going to be some. I'm not going to say that there's none, but there are going to be a few, but not a lot of fifth wheels are going to keep you under that 2,865 pound weight rating. Because again, if you have a fifth wheel that weighs 10,000 pounds, which is a very, very light fifth wheel, and you have roughly 15 to 20% of that hitting the back of your truck, you can see you're going to get really close to that number very quickly. Okay, and to wrap up this video, we're going to take a look at the engine compartment. So we'll pop the hood right here. It might actually stop the engine. I don't think so, since I've got it fully started. You're going to have your little lever right about, where is it? It's right there. It's a really, really thin area, but you can get into it. Got it running for you. You can see where the air comes in. It comes out right there and down into your engine right there. It's so cool looking at these engines. I mean, they're just such great pieces of art. I mean, they look beautiful, and just the amount of power that they can get out of these 3/4 ton trucks is amazing. I mean, the amount of strength that these trucks are able to now tow versus what they were able to tow just 10 years ago. Again, absolutely amazing. What do you guys think? Anyways, guys, next video we make on this truck is going to be of the interior. So now's a great time. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.